On some of our assignments, I will have you create multiple spreadsheets. When I have you create multiple spreadsheets, you can include all of the sheets in one Excel file. And what you just saw me do while the music was playing, or that's what you saw me do while the music was playing. Now I'm going to go back through those steps and a little more slowly show you what I did. Let me go ahead and clear this out. And you open Excel. Usually you'll start with some data that I give you, but let's say I don't give you any data. You have to enter the data from the very beginning. And let's say there are 3 problems in an assignment where you have to create spreadsheets for each of those problems. You can again include all of those in one file, and that saves you time. That saves everybody time. It's a little bit more efficient. Okay, let's say we have problem 1, and here are the data for problem 1. Go ahead and enter the data, and these data are in sheet 1. We can rename sheet 1 to number 1. We just do that. Or we could do problem number 1. There is a limit to how long the sheet titles can be, but as long as you keep it fairly short, you're going to be okay. But these are the data for problem number 1, and we do everything that we need to do for problem number 1. We create a frequency distribution, we create tables, create graphs, everything we need to do for problem number 1. Now we move on. We need to do problem 2. So instead of a completely separate file, let's just do another sheet within this file. Click on the plus sign for new sheet. Now we enter our data for this problem. And let's rename it. Problem number 2. And let's say there's one more problem and we need another sheet for that problem. Same thing. Add a new sheet. That says sheet 5 for some reason. I don't know why. But ignore that. We're going to change it. Enter our data for sheet or for problem 3. Then we would do whatever we needed to do for problem 3. Again, charts, tables, whatever. And let's rename this sheet. Problem number 3. And also, if I have you write a report or write up your conclusions, you could also create a sheet for that. Let's go ahead and create another sheet. Let's go ahead, I'm going to rename it now. Rename. Let's put answers, conclusions. And that's going to be our 4th sheet within one file. Yeah, it's a little more efficient way of working instead of having multiple files. Another option for including your written conclusions, written answers within Excel would be to create a text box. Okay, I'm back here at problem number 1. Let's say I've done my analysis up here. I've got my data, I've got my tables, I've got my charts. Now I want to write up a brief conclusion. What you can do is click insert, text box, and then you just put your text box wherever you want it. Normally you're going to put it down below or to the right of where the analysis, where the numerical operations took place, and then create that text box and you enter your text, answers, conclusions, and so on. And once you get it in there, you can format it. You could center it however you want to center it, or leave it, left justified, however you want it. But that's another way of dealing with conclusions. Again, you can have a separate sheet for your answers or conclusions, or you could include your answers, conclusions within each of the problem sheets. All right, hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions.